my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 4 in our Wizard School series, which is a Sweet Pea Papers project. Now, we left off finishing up page 4 and 5, which was our center spread, and now we're going to go on to page 6. Page 6 is super simple. I used my envelope punch board, and after about 5 tries, I got 2 3x3 envelopes. I have no idea why I have so much trouble doing these. It just astounds me. I wasted so much paper. So it's totally up to you whether you're ever going to get one of those or not. So all we're going to do is we're going to put these envelopes on the page as pockets, and we're going to put them on in such a way that the corner of this one overlaps this one enough to kind of hold the flap down, or we can put it down a little bit and just have our card hold the flap down, because we're going to put these on as pockets. So it doesn't really matter. This is a little high for a pocket, so I'd like to bring it down. And then we'd need to put this one here. Well, we could put it, I'm trying not to cover the little boy. So we could put it there, and it would still, in fact, it would almost overlap too much. We still have a little room here. Okay, let's put this one on. I know the pretty side is going down, isn't it? Make sure your flap is at the top. You'll have to excuse me, I had breakfast, and now, of course, I have the sniffles. Just about everything I eat gives me the sniffles. Which I've noticed when I watch my videos back, I have the sniffles all the time anyway. You know, we have room to move that over. Let's move it down. Let's put it right there. I can't tell if it's a little crooked or not, because the envelope's a little wonky. Okay. And then we'll put this one here. Yeah, that'll work fine. And then we'll be done with the page. Need to add little cards to go inside the envelopes. Make sure I didn't glue that shut. I just realized. Okay. And see, if I'd had this over like I needed to, then I could have glued the whole side down, which I just realized just now. But, okay, then we're going to put one of these up here. Well, I guess we're going to trim it down a little bit. So I'll do that. Paper clip onto this. And I've already labeled this Signature 1, Video 4, page 6, left or right, but we're going to be able to use it on page 6. I hate it when 2 paper clips get twisted together. Okay, so that's all we have to do left on that is these 2 cards, and then the 2 cards for inside. Now, the I used a double-sided print paper. And then for this envelope right here, I'll just use some of my repositionable dots right across here. And that should hold it shut and allow you to open and close it without having to put a Velcro dot there. You may eventually have to reapply it a long time from now when they dry out. Okay, or you can just put a dot. If you're selling the book or whatever, you might want to go ahead and put a dot. Okay, so now we're going to go on to page 7. Which is all this. I did cut apart that page for the images. This may be too big to use. I'm not really sure yet. This is our paper. This is what we're going to paper the envelope with. I could have papered it ahead of time, but I wanted to show you what we're going to do. We're going to make a pocket, first of all, out of this. I knew I'd get to use this at some point. And we're going to move it up. Now, page 7 goes to the left. Let's make sure we're putting the opening of the pocket on the right side. It's on the right side of the page. So we need to put the pocket on this side. Okay. Well, that's not going to work then. We won't be able to add a charm. I was going to add a charm. We'll make it a little narrower. So that card's definitely, I think, going to be too big. So let's do that. Then we need to measure for the height. But we want to put it on this side of the page. I found my pencil. It was next to my laptop. Excuse me, sniffle, sniffle. At least I heard myself do it that time. Most of the time I don't even notice that I'm doing it. I like that, the way that turned out. I knew there was a reason for me to save that. Scrap. Now, remember, we're using gathered twigs, not Vintage Photo. That's one shade darker than Vintage Photo. Okay, now, I'm trying to decide Which do I want to do first? Let's set this aside for just a minute. Let's work with this. Now, we're going to paper this with this, but we're going to do a little bit of surgery on the back first. We're going to, instead of trying to access the pocket, oh, it doesn't matter. We're cutting this for a side pocket so we can have our charm. Duh. Duh. I don't know what I was thinking. I could have papered it. Okay, let's cut it for the pocket first. This envelope is crooked. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, and we'll re-ink this, and that way we can put our paper inset with the border, with the ink border, the ink border. Yeah, that thing. Okay, now this paper to me has it right side up and upside down. The bigger owl, this is right side up. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but my neighbor upstairs just turned his washer on. Probably can. It probably sounds like a low hum. To me, it sounds like a louder hum, which is fine. Everybody needs to do their laundry. Apartment is an apartment. And our washer and dryers are not in our kitchen, off of our kitchen. In my particular building, they're in our bedroom closets. So they take up space that we could have put stuff in there, which is always fun. But I'm grateful because I didn't have a washer and dryer. I was the only apartment in the whole complex that didn't have one. And it took me 10 years to get one. In the meantime, I had a washer and dryer. I had a dryer that I had plugged in the dining room. Then I had a washer sitting in the dining room, and I had to roll it over to the kitchen sink to use it. Which, you know, most people would be like, okay, well, no big whoop. You know, you just roll it over there, quit griping. I think we went through this before. It's just a little small. However, we can, yeah, we can cut it out of the other piece. We can cut it right out of this piece. I want the front and the back to be the same. So this ended up being easier than I anticipated. And we'll definitely get page 8 done as well. We should anyway. Okay, right side up and top. I know, look at all the ink I wasted on every page that we cut, every single everything. I'm thinking, I really like this paper, and I'm thinking that I might want to get the sleeve to my nice little sweater dealy here out of the glue. Other than that, I was thinking I might want to put an acetate pocket on here. And then I'm not sure now what I'm going to do to the back of the envelope. So I may just wait and do it off camera and then show you and do a show and tell. Come on now, there was enough glue on there. That should have been able to be moved. Well, I do want the same paper on the back. Oh, that's just a little narrow, isn't it? No, I don't think so. I'm going to make sure it fits right here. Let's see. I think it'll be all right. It should be. Anyway, what I was going to say about my washer is that since... Is this paper crooked? Why, yes it is. Now if I go to trim it down, it's going to end up making it not wide enough. You watch. How did it end up that crooked? Oh yeah. And that one's too short. Okay, I'm going to do the back of the envelope off camera. So I really want to put the same paper on there, because I really don't have. Let me look and see what I've got. Just use this on the envelopes. Just use that on the envelopes. Could use this on the back. It's got owls on it. Oh, here we go. Let's use this on the back. Oz, Oz, 3. He's not minding at all. That's the shortcut to 1, 2, 3 timeout. It's just straight to 3. Oh, for goodness sake. What is the world coming to? Anyway, what I was going to say about my washer was that it weighs 60 pounds. And you have to tip it so far before the wheels kick in. There's only 2 wheels on it, not 4. it works like a charm. It's a really nice washer, but and I don't know how many of you know or not, but I'm disabled. So that made it such a chore to hook up the laundry, or hook up the washer to do the laundry. I would wait until I absolutely had no choice but to do the laundry. I'm going to have him debark. No, I'm kidding. Oz, Oz. 3. I think it's going to be one of those days. So we should be able to get the page 8 done, and then we'll be done with the signature, except for some things that I'll need to do. Well, it'll be in the typed up PDF that you can get if you're a member of the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. Then yeah, so I will add a pocket or something. So I'm going to try to do something different on, yeah. No, I don't need this. Okay, so we're going to put this here. It should fit. And then we're going to put this on here like this. So I need the edge of it to be right there, and I think that's where I want it. And that way we can put a card. I don't know why I did that. Well, we're going to be putting a card in and out. It's not like it's going to be behind the page. So, it's a good thing that we did a little extra. Oh. Darn it. Magnet. Well, this is how not to do this page. Can't believe I almost forgot. least I realized it quick enough that I could snatch it off. That's a good thing about Fabri-Tac. Well, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Just depends. Okay. So now I know this is the right way, so I know to put the owl the right way. Oh, look at that. It almost looks like it completes the image right there. Okay, now we're going to add this to the top and the bottom of the, or glue the top and the bottom, and add it to the page. And then just like the one we did earlier where we added the tab and then added the charm, that's what we're going to do on this one. Is we're going to make a card, then add a tab, and then add a charm, just like on the other page. Now, how far out do I want the tab to stick? Let me give myself a little bit of space there. I think it's an optical illusion because of where that ribbon sticks out. And we'll put this in here. Just going to make it a pocket, but apparently it's a belly band. Okay. So then we just need to add a card and charm. And the page will be done. I've already inked that, I think. Yes. Okay, so that's going to be that page complete. So that's 6 and 7. And then page 8. Should be fairly straightforward. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put a triangle belly band with a piece of ephemera in the center. We're going to keep it nice and simple. It's on the very back page next to the signature cover. And it's going to be a little bit curved, so I don't want to make anything too fancy that's going to stick out. You know what I didn't do? What didn't I do? Does everybody know? I didn't put the magnet on the back here. So, on the back of this envelope, you know what I mean? I will probably, I'd like to put something clear here, and then another one of the pictures that I cut out of the, oh look, there's a 9 3/4. Could we be any more obvious? Obvious. We could put that right there. But I was thinking Oh, none of these are as big. Thought some of them were bigger, but I guess not. So we'll probably use this. I'm going to use something on the back as well. Maybe on the back. Anyway, I'll do something to this here. So, yep, that one's not done either. Okay. Focus, Terry, focus. Oh, I might could use this card. All right. So, the best way I can think of to do this is to not cut two triangles. So, what I'd like to do is cut the paper the same size as the page, which I now wish it had not been printed on the back. Then we're going to get the width. If I had turned it the other way, I realized that I would have not had to do the two cuts. Oh yeah, I would have. It's 1/4 of an inch. But this is directional, as you can see. So I couldn't really turn the paper sideways and put it on. So we want it to be the same size as the page. Okay. Now all we have to do is draw 2 diagonal lines. And then we'll just cut out the opposites, or the top and the bottom, to make the sideways shape. Come on. Okay, so now we want it to be this way. So we're going to cut out this triangle and that triangle. And I'm going to try not to have that come apart. If it does, it's fine. We'll still have the right shape. Okay. Just in case. Make sure it's right side up. I don't know why I looked to see if it's right side up. We're cutting the top and the bottom the same. And it doesn't have to go all the way to the point. Just enough to cover where we're going to put the piece in the center. So we can go like this. And that will be fine. Looks like Batman. Never mind. That will help reinforce it in the center as well. And now all we have to do is ink it. Looks like a big bow tie. And then I'm going to print out a piece of stationery. In other words, either on vellum, which would be kind of nice, or on typing paper. I'm going to print out probably a copy of this paper. Since these patterns are so busy, they're kind of hard to match unless you just go for it, which is what I've been trying to do. And just print it out on that typing paper or whatever and make it stationary. Yes, make it stand still. So now this should fit on here by all rules of nature. Which of course it doesn't. Sure it does. No, it doesn't. Okay. This is that side that was crooked. Remember when I showed had the paper and I was like, that is so crooked. Okay. I'm going to do it and then I'm going to trim the paper a little bit. It's not going to hurt anything. It isn't enough to notice. It's not even a 16th hardly. Alright, so all we're going to do is put glue up and down like a belly band. That's basically what it is. Just looks kind of cool and different. Well, And we'll just glue something right here. Like that. And then we'll have the whole signature done. Well, except for the things that I'm about to read off to you. The things I'm going to do once I get off camera. Well, let's see. I'm going to go take a nap. Anyway, I put a little blob of glue here. Then I'm going to put glue up and down each side. And then that'll glue it in. Oh, look at that. If I line that up and that up, it's in the center. Somehow it doesn't line up on this corner though, but that's ephemera for you. It's not straight. Oz has done nothing but bark today. Okay, and then we'll just get the piece of stationery and slide it down in there, and it will be done. Okay, so we've got this one. Now watch, he's going to bark again. I think people are moving suitcases in and out. So we've got these 3 done in this video. Well, mostly done. They'll be done. And then the other things I'm going to do to finish up once we're off camera, and this will be typed into the PDF over at Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. I think I mentioned that once before. I don't know. I've done so many videos in a row yesterday and today. Is I'm going to add the signature cover, which is just the piece of paper printed on both sides. I inked myself. I'm going to add pockets and ephemera to the coffee dyed paper, which they're just going to be the pre-made kit pockets. These. So I'll add some of those, and then I'll take some of this ephemera, you know what I mean, and kind of put it here, there, and everywhere. I'm going to add cards as needed. I'm going to decorate, with ephemera, and I'm going to add the stationery to page 8, and then that should make this signature complete. We'll go on to the next one. This will probably be a smaller 2-signature book. I need to have a certain amount of videos and have it no longer than that. So I don't want to make a 3rd signature and then have it go way over and then have a big mess. Not that I wouldn't want to visit with you guys longer. All right, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and that'll be a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.